Good morning everybody. So today is Thursday the 12th of October 2017 and I'm going to do a food diary today. So it's Vlogtober day 12 and Onplanoctober. So I can't believe 12 already, and I was going to upload other videos and I've not even had a chance to, but there we go. I'm running a bit late for work. You can see everything, I'm sorry. Running a bit late for work, and I'm going to quickly show you what I've got and I shall catch you in a little while when I've done that. So what we have got today is, so I'm going to have a sausage roll. The sausages are the Hex super slim ones, they're 1.5 cent each. So I've got 2 sausages there which I have cut up so I can put them in my roll. And I'm going to heat them up and have them in the roll. The roll is the Healthy Extra B choice. I think it's the Sainsbury's one, so it's about 50 something grams, so it's wholemeal, so I'm going to use that. And I'm not sure if I'm going to have this or not, I'm undecided, but it's one of the Philadelphia herb and garlic cheese pots, mini pot things, as part of my Healthy Extra. If I don't, then I'm going to have ketchup for half a tin, a tablespoon for half a tin. I just can't make my mind up what I'm doing for dinner. So yeah, so that's what I'm having for breakfast. And then for my lunch I have the same dinner as yesterday. So I've got broccoli, which is speed. I've got some butternut squash, which is also speed. And I've got a chicken breast with some of the, oh it's gone, Maggie's So Juicy garlic. I usually keep it up on the shelf up here where I keep my calculator and stuff, but it has disappeared. Anyway, it's the same thing that I had yesterday, so if you didn't watch yesterday's vlog, go and check yesterday's vlog out and you'll see what it is that I had. But it's one of those sachets, the Oh So Juicy ones, the Maggie ones, and it's the garlic one, and I'm going to count 2 sins for that because I only had, well, saying that, I don't know if I do need to count 2 sins. There's a lot left in the bag, but I think just to be careful I will. I only use 2 chicken breasts, you're meant to use 4 I think, and I only use 2, so usually per portion it'd be about 1 sin, so I've just gone with that. So yeah, 1 sin for that, 2 sins actually, 2 sins for that. And then I've got some hula hoop puffs, which are the beef flavour. These are 3.5 sins. I've got 2 apples, which are speed, 1 pear, which is speed. This is the one I didn't have on Tuesday. And then I have 3 easy peelers, which are also speed. And then I've got a time out way for one of the Cadbury's ones. This is 5.5 sins. So it works out that I probably have 14 sins today with what I have got, which isn't very much, you know, when you look at it. Sometimes I seem to make it work better than I have today, but never mind. And if I have the ketchup, it'll be half a sin, so it'll be 14.5. So I don't have much or any leeway later, so I just have to go with the flow. So I've got my usual bottle of water here in my Hydrate Mate. I didn't mention, what do you all think of it? It's a new one, so you just pull this like that and then you drink out of that. You don't get the squirting water or anything like that at all, so it's a lot better than the previous one, and it doesn't make a noise. I might get a small one. Anyway, moving swiftly on, my milk for today. This is my first choice, my first part, well my first, I get 2 healthy extras and this is 1 healthy extra, and it'll be my whole goat's milk. I'm allowed 200 millilitres of it, and the second one will no doubtly be cheese, but I forgot to have my cheese yesterday and then I remembered and I ate my cheese. But obviously you don't see that I was going to eat my cheese, but I had about 30 grams of red Leicester, just so you know. Yeah, so I'm going to go and I shall see you all later on after work. I hope you're having a fab day. Bye. Hey everyone, so I am back from work and I'm having this for dinner, which my partner cooked. He cooked it in the slow cooker today, so it's been cooking all day. Because we thought his dad was going to come over, but he didn't. So never mind, we're just going to eat it. So I've got cauliflower here, which is free, and I've got the rest of my second part of my Healthy Extra A, my second Healthy Extra A. I've got some mature cheese, about 15 grams worth. So the cauliflower is speed. I've got some sweeted, which is also speed, and I've just put some pepper on. I've got a garlic clove, which was in the slow cooker, and then I have got some onion, which is in the slow cooker, and some, which is speed. Onion is speed, isn't it? Oh, you're steaming up, I'm sorry. There you go. And then I've got carrots, which are speed, they were done in slow cooker as well. And then I've got some beef brisket, which I don't really know what to count it as. I think I'm going to count it as a seam. I've had a look on the app and it doesn't really say. It says like beef brisket and a load of gravy, which you buy from like Sainsbury's, Co-op, Tesco's, but there's nothing that actually says like just the beef brisket on its own. So I'm going to count it as one seam just to be on the safe side. I think it did have a little bit of fat on it, but I don't know really. That's what I'm going to do. And the gravy my partner has made, he's just used a little bit of juice that came from the slow cooker, 1 carrot, 1 onion, some garlic clove and some Marmite, and mixed it all up, and it's actually made quite a nice looking gravy. So it's more of a sauce really than a gravy. There's no gravy granules in it or anything like that. So yeah, so I'm just going to count 1 spoon for this meal. So yeah, I'm going to catch you in a little while. I'll come on and answer some more questions after my dinner and when I'm having my hi-fi bars and a coffee. So I'll see you all in a bit. Hey everyone, so I thought I would come on and say hello. I know I said hello earlier, but I thought I would come on and say hello again. I can't quite get the angle quite right today. The camera is too low and I'm too high. I have a very itchy nose. Yeah, so I've been home for a while now. I've had my dinner, which was really good, and I'm going to have my snacks. Well, just my second healthy extra B. I'm going to have 2 hi-fi light bars. See here. So I've got the salted caramel and the, is it a macaroon, chopped macaroon? Yes, I'm going to have those. I don't really fancy anything kind of too chocolatey really. I just fancy something that's a bit different, so I thought I'd have that. And I have got a cup of tea, as you can see here. I've got a cup of tea in my fish bones mug with my fishes and my cats. So yeah, I've got that as well, using some of my healthy extra A choice, which is whole goat's milk. So yeah, I thought I'd just show you what I have been doing. So I came home and made a card. I don't know if any of you know, but I make birthday cards and Christmas cards, that sort of thing. So I've just been making that today, which has taken me a number of hours. So much so it's like nearly midnight, which is not good because the video is not edited and uploaded, and usually it's like nearly there at that point, but never mind. I am off tomorrow and it's Friday tomorrow, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you. I used some new pens as well that I bought. I usually use Pro markers, but I thought I would try some Copics, which are mega expensive, but I bought set A and they were like so expensive. I can't believe I've even spent that amount on pens, but I have, and they're actually very good. So I'm quite impressed with like the shading and stuff, you know, especially on the bunny. The shading looks really good. So yeah, and the green bit here. Yeah, so you've probably seen that enough now, because you're probably not tuned in to see how I make cards or what I've made. You're here about my Slimming World journey. Well, I don't know actually, you tell me what you want to see. But yeah, so I'm going to do some questions. I'm going to keep this fairly short because it's quite late. And I was in the middle actually of watching Gemma. I'm just catching up on vlogs. I'm finding there's not quite enough hours in the day to watch everybody, but I was actually watching Gemma FSW, who I met her. She's lovely. I met her at SlimCon. So if any of you don't watch her, go and check her channel out. I'll try and remember to link it in the description for you all. So yeah, I've been watching that. I've watched Elaine again, Debbie, but I've still got loads to catch up on. I'm just like really behind, so sorry. I will watch you all, I will. So questions. So I've had quite a few questions, so let's start. Oh. Okay. And now my comments don't want to come up. How does everyone else keep on top of their comments? Because I'm using this, it's not YouTube, it's part of YouTube. It's another program, I don't even know what it's called. But sometimes I can't actually get into my comments for some reason. Anyway, so the first question is from Dorothy Bolton. And I won't read the whole comment out, but you can go and read it if you want in my previous video. And she said, my question after all that, because there's a whole lot of stuff about what she was saying, is did you feel fuller and less hungry when you went onto SP? So I was really dubious about going onto SP because I was worried that I was going to be hungry all the time, but in actual fact I was quite full. I just had a lot more speed food than I would have done. Instead of, you know, I wouldn't have like the pasta and the rice and the potatoes, I'd be having like cauliflower rice and extra speed food. So yeah, I do feel fuller. And probably I still get hungry. I don't think there's any change in how hungry I get. But I don't know, so I find if I eat more protein at breakfast, I find that I'm not so hungry later on during the day. I tend to go quite a long stint without eating. So I noticed that as well, like when I have sausage, egg, you know, tomatoes, I actually keep going for quite a while. So yeah, I would say that I'm probably am slightly less hungry doing SP, yeah. Yeah, I would say so, yeah. So thank you for your question, that's a good question. So, see, this is when I get confused. I've now had it, I've got like 5 of them open. It's so bizarre, I don't know what is going on with this. Okay, let's go to the next question. So the next one is the lovely Debbie, who I said about her video about I was catching up on. Well, I've been on top of her videos. It's not everyone I'm able to watch it every evening, so I have to catch up at the weekend. But her question was, what keeps you motivated on a weight loss journey of over 2 years? And she said another question, but I'll wait, I'll answer this one first. So I don't really know, just like, I won't give up. I just that is my motivation, I won't give up. I just keep ploughing through because I know eventually I'll get there. But I think I probably had much less motivation when I first started my YouTube channel, even though you would have thought I would have had more. But I think because I didn't really lose for the first year while I was doing my YouTube channel, so I actually feel like I had less motivation. But it seems like since I've been going to group I have more motivation, because I sort of like think, oh, I get on the scales, you know, I want to see my weight coming down, you know, that's the whole point. So I think a lot of my motivation is seeing the scales go down. I don't know if that sounds a bit weird or not, but yeah, that's kind of is my motivation really, to see the scales go down. And then also is looking at pictures. Like my dad sends me pictures all the time. Some of them when I'm much younger, but some of them when I've been at my heaviest, and he sends me pictures just so I can see how much and how different I've changed. So yeah, I think that as well is motivation, just looking at pictures. So, you know, make sure that you take pictures of yourself all the way through your journey, because that makes such a difference, because then you can really look back at and see how much you've kind of changed. You know, it's really good. So I'm kind of lucky that I've got quite a few. There was one in particular he took with me and my mum, and we'd done the race for life. Oh my God, I can't believe how big I looked. Actually, what I'll probably do is I'll do a little kind of comparison maybe, so you can all see. I think I have shown it in one of my videos before. It's quite a while ago now, but I looked humongous, literally. So I'll have to show you all. But yeah, that's another motivation thing that keeps me going, really. I mean, there's probably lots of things, like even non-scale victories, you know, when I get into a size down, I think, oh my god, wow, you know, I've got to keep going, you know. But I think the more the scales go down, the more I feel like I want to keep going. I think that's probably kind of, yeah, I think it's a reflection on my glasses from my, yeah, I've got my laptop open, that's the reflection you can see. Yeah, so the scales go down, I want to see, you know, I keep feeling more and more motivated. So yeah, that's a good question, Debbie. I need to ask you some questions, I must do that. So what's the next thing? Next question. She says I could answer this on another day if I wanted, but what I'll do is I will answer it today, because if I don't, I'm probably going to forget and not see it. So, if you had time, what would you make for taster night? So yeah, I've only actually ever been to 2 or 3 taster nights, which is kind of really bad, really. But I don't love taster nights for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know, it's just I don't know, it feels a bit awkward, I don't know. But I did make for one tester night, and I did one taster night. It was cabbage and mint thing, that was a floret type packet. It wasn't all that. But I did make it, and I wanted to make something vegetarian. That was the reason why I used that. But if because I don't really go to those sort of days, you know, the evenings, but if I did, I would probably want to make my bears. You know, you've probably seen my bears, but it's the overnight, the baked oats, and I make them in bear moulds, and I put jam in the middle, and depends how I'm feeling, but sometimes if I don't put jam in, I put like the choc pot. So yeah, that'd be something that if I had time I would want to make. I also used to be quite into baking, so I don't bake anymore. But I used to bake like quite a lot of stuff. I used to bake like lemon muffins, but I suppose that'd be something else I'd want to do, but it would have to be like Slimming World type version. So yeah, it'd probably be some sort of baked goods. That's a very good question as well. Thank you, Debbie, for your questions. So let's go to the next one. If there is a next one. It's YouTube Studio I'm using, but it's really, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. Okay, so let's see. So this is Kirsty, but I didn't know that was her name. So Karam 80 Able is Kirsty, and I didn't know that was Kirsty, but I believe, if I'm correct, she was the one who started this Onplanoctober. So I think that is. I'm waiting for her to confirm. I think it is her, but because I don't follow that much Instagram. I have an account, but I don't follow it. But if anyone wants to follow me, I'm at Amazing Piggy. It's linked in the description box down below. I always link all my social media if anyone wants to come and follow me. I don't really go on Instagram much. I don't seem to have that much time. I really seem to struggle, and that sort of ends up being the last thing I do, really. I might have a very, very quick look, but it's not very often. But anyway, so yeah, I just thought I'd say that. I didn't realise who she was. I'm so sorry. So yeah, so she's asked me a question. She says, my question is, do you think that you would lose more weight if you dropped your sins a little, because perhaps you are too light to get away with eating 15? How tall are you and how old are you? So my sins, I have kind of thought about reducing them, but I always feel that should be the absolutely last resort. I don't know why. I did try a couple of weeks reducing when I did Extra Easy, and I didn't lose weight. So I don't know how different it would be if I reduced on SP. I would kind of worry a little bit, because it can be sort of restrictive SP, and I don't want to feel like I'm on a diet, because at the moment at first I did feel a bit like I was on a diet, but when I could have all these hex A's and hex B's, it was like, oh, it's not so bad. So I'm not sure whether I would want to reduce my scenes, but if I don't lose, then that may be a possibility. But I'm hoping that it's just a one-off that I gained last week. I have to gain anyway eventually. There's no way, not everyone can lose the whole week on week on week. It's just not, it's not feasible. So we shall see. We shall see. I may drop it. I know a lot of people do how much they weigh to how many sins they have. So obviously I'm weighing 12 stone 13, so I don't know if you would have 13 scenes or 12 scenes, but that's sort of how people kind of roughly sometimes gauge it. So I'm not sure. I'll have a think about that. It might be something that I consider doing depending on whether I lose or not. So she wants to know how tall I am. So I am 5'2.5", so I am very short. But I always like to get the half in. I know it's a bit crazy, isn't it? Because really I'm probably more like 5'2", but I always say 5'2.5" because that's what I measure. That's what I think my doctor must measure me that. But yeah, that's what I am. And how old am I? I'm 36, so I don't look it, I know. Everyone says I look about 12, but yeah, I'm 36. I don't look it, I know. Tell me if you think I look it or not. I don't know. I've always thought, you know, it's the age I am, I should really look it, but I don't think I do, to be honest. The hairdresser said I looked about 27, so that's quite good. I'm pleased about that. So thank you for your questions. They're good questions, Kirsty. So I think that is all of them actually, yeah. I'm pretty sure there is. If there is any I have missed, I will check over tomorrow and then I will answer them in tomorrow's vlog. Yeah, if you got any more questions, feel free to ask. I like the questions. It's quite fun having questions. So anyway, I said I was going to keep it short and we're at 16 minutes, so I have not managed to do that at all. So the vlog might be up late. We'll see. Anyway, if it is, you'll know why. You'll know why when you watch it. Anyway, I'm going to go and have my tea and my hi-fi bars. And I'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Oh, and I end the day on 15 scenes. Hope you're having a fab day. Bye everyone.